all the women in my life are like the rocks. Like they're the caretakers, they're the planners, they're like the holders of energy, and like they're like what drive relationships forward, projects forward. And it's amazing how a lot of those leadership and organization qualities that we associate with the masculine are actually so much in the feminine.
Hey everyone, this is Ellie, and today we're here with
Raveena.
How are you today?
I'm so good. It's a little hectic day, but it's good.
Do you like Chicago?
I love Chicago. I love the people here.
Okay, so we're here in Thalia Hall. It's sold out. How has tour been so far?
It's been beautiful. I feel like this is the most energized and like the most fun I've been having on tour in a long time. I think I associated touring with a lot of stress, like especially in the last tour because all of our shit got stolen.
Oh,
but yeah, no, but this is like a positive experience. It's rewiring all my memories around tour.
Yeah, I know tour can get really, really hectic.
Yeah.
So I'm glad things are going better nowadays, though.
Yeah.
Let's talk about your album. You released Where the Butterflies Go in the Rain last year, and to me, this album is very like. It feels like it lives in its own dream world. It's sort of mystical in a way. How do you create that vision and like make it into like intangible sound? Like how do you make that into something we can actually hear?
I think I really have to shut myself away from all the noise. Like I really took a lot of time away off my phone, and like I lived in nature and in the mountains, so that really helped in creating like this safe space and this bubble kind of away from society, and like really just letting the music take over me and come to me like a spirit.
It's amazing. There's this one song on the album. It's one of my favorite songs on the album. It's called Baby Mama.
I love that song.
I love it. You sing about love a lot. You sing about heartbreak a lot. So in your opinion, like what makes a relationship healthy enough to the point where you'd want to be your partner's baby mama, you know?
Oh, I love that question. Yeah, I think that this album was definitely a lover girl album. And it was actually like a lust for life kind of album, even deeper than love. It was just like an awe of the harmony between nature and like having beautiful relationships. I think something that would make me want to have a baby with someone is you can tell a lot about a person by the way they fight.
Okay.
You know? And if they are always level-headed when they fight, and they never let it get to like a scream, and they're like there with you and have meaningful conversations, and you feel like you're fighting in a productive way.
They need to stay respectful during a fight, like
exactly,
because that says a lot about their character. I like that. That's something I didn't even think about, honestly. Is there anything else with
I don't know, just that they're sexy and like I want to be with them for a long time.
Amazing. What version of you do you think we're meeting through this album, through this body of work?
I think it's probably my most joyful version.
Okay.
Asha was really sensual and whimsical. Lucid was very much like going through the process of healing, having those first breakthroughs. But this one was like reaching this mountaintop of finally feeling like you can breathe. And you know, I was still going through some hard shit when I was writing it, and that's why it's called Where the Butterflies Go in the Rain. It's like about knowing when to retract and like just shield your wings from the rain and go into that healing space. But yeah, I think that the version that you're meeting is that person that knows how to do that.
Amazing. And you mentioned like retracting. Like what is something that you are like unlearning, and then what is something that you are taking back? And it doesn't have to be like music wise, it could be personal.
Yeah, unlearning. Ooh. I think all of us, I mean most of us are unlearning just everything we've been taught about capitalism and success. I think that's been a huge thing in my 20s, especially chasing your dream. It's really such a crazy thing to realize how many childhood dreams of yours have been sold to you by like a corporation. that's a lot of what I'm unlearning, like what real success looks like to me. And I think real success looks like as much connection to nature as possible, as much connection to art as possible, as little time on my phone as possible, and as much time as possible with my loved ones.
Yeah.
Like, that's all I want now.
Family is everything.
Yeah, family and friends are everything.
You have always embodied like a beautiful energy and like a beautiful feminine, you know, or with that, has your idea of like femininity and just power evolved or changed?
Yes, absolutely. I think that as you get older, like, I feel like there's a lot more fluidity between masculine and feminine roles, and I'm finding that all the women in my life are like the rocks. Like, they're the caretakers, they're the planners, they're like the holders of energy, and like they're like what drive relationships forward, projects forward. And it's amazing how a lot of those leadership and organization qualities that we associate with the masculine are actually so much in the feminine, you know?
Yes, I think women are everything.
They just are everything. It's crazy, and it's kind of always been this way. I think especially as I go into my 30s, I just realized how much of those roles, like, all the women in my family were carrying all the time, especially while bearing children, and I'm just astounded by like how much we do.
Are you first gen?
Yes.
Okay, that's why, because I'm also in like first generation, and like I'm Mexican, and like I see like the role that my mom had, you know, and like just coming to this country and like learning everything from like zero to like now. It's
crazy. There's
just so much power in women, and it's very crazy to like see it and realize it, you know?
Absolutely.
And,
absolutely. And I think a big thing we have to unlearn from a lineage of women like that is how to actually give away a lot more of those roles and like let people take care of us. Let us actually go into our feminine, like be taken care of, be soft, be like vulnerable.
Yes, because I'm such a hyper independent person that like when someone offers to like do something for me, I'm like, are you sure?
Yeah, literally, you're like, what do you want?
Yeah, right. I'm like, what's the kick here?
Yeah, exactly.
You just hosted a meditation session to your Chicago fans. What headspace do you like to get into when you're guiding those sessions with something as intimate as like with your fan base, you know?
Yeah. I don't really try to think about it too much or rehearse anything. I really try to feel the energy of like what that specific group needs. Like, in some meditations, people really wanted to work through heavier things like grief, and that was the word that came up a lot. So we made space for that. This one was a lot lighter and more uplifting. I try to really just be deeply present about it and kind of think of it in the same space as performing, like when you're tapping into a spirit and trying to just receive and be a clear channel. It's always a cool experience for me, just like seeing how easy it is for those words to come. And it's almost like I'm not even doing the meditation. It's like something else saying all the words.
I like that. I like how much thought you put into it. Or just like, I like how much you like to connect with your fans in general. I think it's very admirable, you know, for you as an artist. In a world that is constantly craving output from you as an artist, how do you protect that stillness?
I think that I've noticed that demand only go up, because now I've been doing it 7-8 years professionally, and it's been crazy just seeing how much that's shifted and how much kind of becoming an influencer is almost necessary for the job, which feels silly. How I find stillness is definitely like the practice of surrender. Just accepting life as it is. I think in the past I would try to romanticize my time off a lot and romanticize that as like my stillness, and romanticize like being in nature and having all this time to meditate. And now I'm kind of like, okay, I am existing in this industry that's changed a lot. I'm going to have my boundaries with it, but also I do have to, you know, run a business, and I have a lot of people I'm employing now, so I do have to like be a part of it. So the stillness comes from just those daily grounding practices, that daily surrender to like, I'm okay with whatever is going on. I'm going to find stillness because I feel comfortable in my body, like my nervous system feels regulated, and I'm doing little things to keep my nervous system regulated every day.
You talk about meditation like a lot. What are some other ways that you ground yourself before you go on stage or even just stepping into the studio, like apart from meditation?
I think tarot cards or like oracle cards are a big one. They always feel like messages from divine. I think lighting candles is really good. Eating a healthy meal.
Yes.
I've
like just recently like started to realize how important it is, like what you're putting, to be more cautious of what you're putting in your body.
Absolutely. Today I'm not eating healthy. I'm eating our cakes and I'm eating Pequod pizza.
No, you're in Chicago. You have to eat some pizza.
I have to eat some pizza today, but you just saw me. I tried to eat a salad, so I'm trying.
So, culture and community, who are some Asian artists or Indian artists that you feel are a little underrepresented in the music community right now?
I mean, there's so many amazing people coming up. I think some names that come to mind are Ganavia. She was on my album. She's incredible. Just one of the craziest voices I've ever heard. Gayatri Krishnan, who also has a crazy, beautiful voice. Like, I love how they're incorporating classical Indian music with jazz and R&B and all these different styles. And then Renau, who's opening with us, is incredible.
Yes. Okay, amazing. What is something that you would tell your younger self?
What would I tell my younger self? To be deeply present for that time, because I think when you're a kid you just want to be an adult.
Yes.
You know?
Yes, and now as I'm getting older I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah.
it just keeps going, like,
yeah,
I'm just getting older every day.
Yeah. I would tell her to just enjoy that time with nature, enjoy that time with music, that time to learn music, because it's such a gift about being a kid.
I agree. We have a few more questions. We were able to get some from some of our community. I'm gonna grab my phone real quick.
Amazing.
To grab those. One of our friends, Frank Leone, he asked, how is it working with Aaron? You guys are great, longtime collaborators, and he often plays bass for you, like during live shows. How's that relationship like, where it's like someone that understands you so well that like every time you guys create together, it just comes out so beautifully,
I mean, that's exactly what it's like. It's just, it's so natural. It's like breathing. He's just one of my best friends.
Shout out Aaron.
I wish he was here. We could have him come say hi. It's really important for me to have that level of comfort with at least one or two of the people I'm making music with, even if we bring in a wider team, because there's just something like in that first initial writing process where you want to feel safe. Like, if I don't feel totally safe, or like I'm still new to a relationship with somebody, I have to like take the beat home and write it at home.
Yeah.
But with Aaron, I can write it on the spot.
No, I think that's so important. And then our friend Taskin asked, how does your family's Sikh heritage, which is criminally misunderstood in America, play into your music?
Ooh. I think that the music that I grew up around was really inherently peaceful, because I was listening to a lot of Sikh music. It was always wafting through the house, a lot of Sikh prayers. Hearing so much spiritual music all the time kind of made me look at music in that way. Like, and I think it's why I'm so drawn to R&B and soul, because that also comes from like gospel originally. So it's like has that very spiritual feeling. I love it. I love when music tells that story.
Yeah, it's amazing. And then Adriana asked, what spiritual/meditative practices helps you find peace during COVID when the whole world shut down?
Ooh, I think my meditation during COVID was, thankfully I'd moved to California. So we had all this beautiful space to go out in nature, and like there was no one around, so we could just self-isolate and be distant like in nature, and that was such a gift during that time.
Yeah. And then before we wrap up, if someone's hearing you for the first time, what song of yours would you want them to listen to and
Oh
why?
my god, that's so hard. Damn. I mean, my favorite song we've ever made is Rise off this album. But it's not like it paints a picture of my whole sound. I would say Rise and Lose My Focus give you like
I love Lose My Focus with Umi.
Yeah, it's so good. So I would say like those two give you nice two sides of my music. Like there's a really pop side and then there's this really jazzy, soulful side.
What about the Tweety flow?
The Tweety flow, you love Tweety.
Yes,
I love that.
yes, girl.
I love that. Well, maybe that's your song that you introduced. I love it.
Okay, and then last question. You know, this is real ones. So, who is a real one in your life?
My mom.
And it's Mother's Day. You know, shout out moms. Love all the moms. Well,
Thank you so much.
any closing notes?
No, I
Queen?
feel good. Thank you
No?
so much.
Awesome. Thank you, Raveena, for having this
you.
conversation. And thank you, Real Ones, for watching.
Yes,
And
thank
catch you next time.